you guys are YouTubers. By the way, I didn't mention this, they have hundreds of thousands of followers together. That, in Israeli terms, that's huge. And also for American terms. So what kind of videos
do you...
sorry about that.
How could you forget us?
It's only been a few decades.
Yeah.
What kind of videos do you guys find that work best? And I don't know, work is define work, but maybe it is number of views. Also, what you get the most reactions out of, are you angry? Are you active? What do you do to get the most out of your videos?
Talking about something new, and when you find that people, there are certain videos that do well, and they tend to be ones that are quite cheap. You just take on a very easy argument and you be a bit sarcastic about it and you try and be funny, and people like that kind of thing. But then what I find interesting is when I take the exact same approach and apply it to an equally bad argument, but for something that's more popularly believed, like, for instance, to pluck something out of thin air at random, animal rights. And you see them kind of go, yeah, I'm doing the same thing, but that keeps it fresh. I hate the idea that I'll ever have a YouTube channel. It's one thing to kind of always talk into an echo chamber. It's another thing to actually create an echo chamber. The day that my channel becomes one where all of my subscribers believe, even on just a majority of the things that I'm saying, is a sad day indeed. And if that happens, then I will try my utmost to find an issue that will push their eyebrows back to the top of their heads. So I find that the best way to keep things fresh, because, like you say, success isn't measured in views or likes, it's measured in engagement, and even if that engagement is harsh critique, that's the kind of engagement that I want to have. So my success is found in just continually finding ways to piss people off.
What I've found is whenever I have an aha moment, and what I mean by that is whenever I'm, like, I read a lot of books because I love to learn. And whenever I have a moment where I'm like, oh my God, I did not know that before, that makes so much sense, I have to imagine that there's a lot of people out there who are just on the other side of that aha moment. And so when I'm able to condense that down, all of the stuff that I've been learning over the course of a month, if I'm able to condense it down in a bite-sized piece that's laser focused and short and to the point and understandable, people eat it up, because then they get to experience the aha moment too, but they don't have to go and spend, a huge amount of time to go and study and learn it. So just taking something that's fresh and interesting, that excites you, that you would want to watch and that you would want to learn, and then making it really to the point and short and easy to understand, that's been my approach from the beginning, and I found it to work pretty well.
Make mine rather quick here. So I have two kind of principles when it comes to my content delivery and my marketing, and one is I try to make videos that I think that my young fans could show their mom. And that sounds a little strange, but it's actually motivated. I love creeping Alex out by how much I know about his channel and how much his channel has meant to me. So I'm about to do that right now. When I first became an atheist, like I was talking about telling my parents and then making my own YouTube channel, to kind of describe what I was feeling and what I was thinking, I sent my mom a bunch of Alex's videos. Did she like me? She called you at one point an arrogant boy.
My mom calls me that all the time.
But for the most part, those videos, I think, were able to reach her better than I would have been able to in a more angry state, or better than other videos that were more vitriolic atheist rants could. And so I try to make videos that my fans could show their moms. And it's funny, I've actually had my young fans message me and say, I showed this to my mom and she didn't get mad and she actually understood what this was all about. So I like that I can do that. As far as what works well on my channel, I employ this trick. I'm giving my secrets away. I call it Trojan horse marketing. And basically that's sneaking in the good parts that you actually want to say, but you can't really market as something clickbaity. You sneak it into a clickbaity format or give it a nice thumbnail. Alex has done that quite a bit and has done pretty well with it. Like, your content's actually good, but you look at it on the surface and you're like, wow, this is... Did
you give an example? Sorry, I haven't quite...
Yeah, so my example is I have a video that got like 300,000 views in a week that I put out a couple months ago, and it was called One Thing... let me see. No, I should be able to remember my actual video. So it's like, Christian apologist says atheists can't answer this one question. you would probably click on that to figure out what the question is, right? And then you probably laugh, realizing, wow, that's a really stupid question. And it was a stupid question. And I thought, no, I can make a good video about the teleological argument, which was kind of what this was related to, and why arguments from design aren't that great. But if I title it, Why Arguments from Design Are Bad, no one's going to watch that. And so I format it in saying, like, hey, this is one question that this guy really wants us to be able to face. Like, do you want to know what the question is? And the apologist himself actually ended up seeing that video, and it was because I used Trojan horse marketing. That works fairly well for me.
Noted. We're out of time. The big boss is standing and looking. Thank you guys so much. You have your talks now. Looking forward to that.